discuss important current affairs for the UPSC Prelims Examination 2027. Guys, can you hear me? So let's start our discussion, guys. The very first topic is from science and tech, and that too space technology. Guys, today there was a news that Vikram 1, which is India's first ever privately developed orbital rocket, which is going to be launched by Skyroot Aerospace. Guys, Skyroot Aerospace was asked in 2026 prelims examination. It is one of the first private unicorns in the space sector. So this is a private company, guys, and this is working in the space sector, and it has developed Vikram 1, which is a privately developed space rocket which is going to launch satellites to the lower Earth orbit. The size of the satellite will be around 350 kg, and the orbit up to which it can place will be lower Earth orbit, which is around 450 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Okay, so this is the first privately developed. This is the first privately developed orbital launch rocket. Okay, this is very important, guys. This can come in the prelims examination. Such type of questions have come in the past. This is the second mission of the Skyroot Aerospace. The first mission was Vikram S. And this is the second mission. This mission is called Mission Agaman. This has been named as Mission Agaman. Okay, this has been named as what? Mission Agaman. It is a technology demonstration to validate that this rocket can basically, okay, go for orbital. Okay, it's a first developed orbital launch vehicle. Okay, this is really very important. So it's a 20-meter tall rocket. Okay, so it is developed by carbon composite. Okay, so entire rocket has been developed by carbon composite. So this can be also a probable question. It's a 4-stage rocket. Okay, it has 3D printed designs. Okay, so 3D printing also is an important aspect of it. But the most important fact about this is what? It is India's first privately developed orbital class rocket. It is India's first privately developed orbital class rocket. Okay, what is orbital class? Which can place satellites into orbits. Okay, so in this case, this can place satellites into lower Earth orbit up to 350 kilogram of satellites. Okay, so first thing is very important. This was asked in the prelims examination this year. First, this Skyroot Aerospace. Okay, so first topic is clear, guys. If you see that Government of India is promoting the private sector participation in the space sector, can you name the organization which is responsible for the private sector entry into the space sector? Can you tell me the name of the organization? This organization was asked in UPSC Prelims 2026 Prelims examination. Let me see who can answer this question. Okay, in space is the correct answer. Khan Rui Khan has answered in space. Very good. Khan Rui Khan, very good. Okay, in space is the correct answer, guys. In space is an institution which was created in the year 2022, and the idea behind in space was to allow private sector in the space sector. Okay, there is another organization called NSIL. That is for what? NSIL is for what? NSIL, which was created in 2019. What is the purpose of NSIL? The purpose of NSIL is commercialization of space technologies. Okay, And this in space is what? In space is entry of private sector into the space sector. Okay, NSIL is also an institution, and in space is also an institution, but in space is for private sector. Okay, this is really very important. You can get a question on that. Okay, so first topic is clear. Now we'll move to the next topic. If you see the next topic, there is a new LLM which has been developed by China. There is a company in China called Zifu AI. This company has developed an inexpensive LLM called GLM 5.2. GLM 5.2. Guys, this is a very inexpensive LLM compared to what we have right now, whether it is the GPT-5 model of the OpenAI, whether it is Cloud of the Anthropic. So this is an LLM which is inexpensive. Okay, and this has very high reasoning and coding ability. This has very high reasoning and coding ability. Okay, what is the name of this AI model, guys? What is the name of this LLM? Large language model. What is the name of this LLM? GLM 5.2. GLM 5.2. So take note of this name, GLM 5.2. So guys, I would like to request every one of you to prepare the names of all different LLMs which are there right now in the market. Can you name some LLMs, guys, and their companies? We have the Gemini. Gemini is of Google. Gemini is of Google. Then we have the Cloud AI Anthropic. Okay. Then we have what? GPT OpenAI. GPT OpenAI. Then we have the Llama. Llama is Meta. Okay. So please prepare the names of various LLMs which are there. What are LLMs, guys? LLMs are basically AI models which have ability to analyze text and generate texts. Okay, so this is really very important. LLMs was asked in this year's prelims examination. Moving on, guys, Japanese Prime Minister has visited India. In this context, guys, India-Japan relationship becomes very important. Guys, if you see in 2026 prelims examination, there was a question on India-Germany relationship. So guys, in the coming years, you may expect question in the prelims examination related to Japan. Why is Japan so important? Guys, why is Japan so important? Japan is so important because it is the 5th largest investor in India. It is the 5th largest source of investment in India, and India is the largest recipient of Japanese development loans which are given. Guys, Japan government, they have a facility where they give loans to developing countries. India is the largest recipient of developmental loans which are offered by Japan. Okay, can you name some projects in India which is done by Japan assistance? The name of the project can be Delhi Metro, the Ahmedabad Mumbai High Speed Rail. Guys, Ahmedabad Mumbai High Speed Rail is basically developed in which technology? What is the name of the technology? Shinkansen technology. Shinkansen technology. Guys, this is very important. This is called bullet train technology. Next year, I am believing that UPSC question setters can give you question on Shinkansen technology, which is the bullet train technology. Bullet train technology, which is basically coming in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, high speed rail. Okay, this is under the Japanese collaboration. Okay, so this is really very important. Most of the metros, Delhi Metro is also the Japanese collaboration. Delhi Metro also. Okay, so you can get this question. Guys, next topic, there is a term which is there in news from the legal point of view. Guys, in the recent years, last 3-4 years, UPSC has been asking questions related to criminal justice system. If you see, few years back they have asked question on judicial custody, police custody, payroll. So this year they can ask you about what is FIR and what is charge sheet. Guys, charge sheet is one term which is there in today's newspaper, which can be asked in the prelims examination. What is charge sheet? Charge sheet, guys, whenever there is an FIR, after the FIR, which is first information report, the police starts investigating the matter, and after the investigation is completed, the police files a final report of investigation to the judicial magistrate. This final report of the investigation, which is done by the police after registering FIR, is called charge sheet. Is called charge sheet. Guys, charge sheet is defined under the BNS. Charge sheet is defined under BNS. It is a legal document. It is a legal document. Guys, the police are mandated to file charge sheet within 60 and 90 days. And if the police fails to file a charge sheet within 60 to 90 days, then there can be a provision for bail. The judicial magistrate can give you bail, which is called default bail. So if within 60 days, in case of crimes where the punishment is less than 10 years and the crimes where the punishment is more than 10 years, 90 days, if there is no charge sheet, then you can be granted bail by the magistrate. So charge sheet is a legal document which is the final report of the investigation done by the police after filing the FIR. So this is also a very important topic. You can expect a question on that. Guys, moving on, there is one topic in science and tech, microgravity. Microgravity. You know, guys, what is microgravity? Where do we find microgravity? Guys, microgravity is a situation where there is very less gravity or no gravity. Generally in space, we experience microgravity. Guys, there was an experiment carried out in International Space Station about microgravity. Guys, now researchers have been doing research on impact of microgravity on cancer cells. Guys, it has been found out that microgravity can help to cure cancer. Under microgravity, guys, the cells, they behave in a peculiar manner which is different from the normal circumstance when the cell is under the influence of gravity. Also, guys, the drugs, the anti-cancer drugs, which are monoclonal antibodies. You know, guys, monoclonal antibodies are becoming very important in treatment of incurable diseases like cancer. Guys, monoclonal antibodies also, they can be prepared under the microgravity in a more effective manner. Therefore, microgravity research is going on. You know, guys, there is a drug called rebicinib. There is a drug called rebicinib. This drug is basically used not for cancer treatment, and this was the first drug which was being tested in International Space Station. So this drug, you can take name of the drug, okay, Rebicinibig. Okay, this is important. Guys, apart from that, there are some topics which were there, like there was one forest which was there in news today, Hasdeo forest. Where is Hasdeo forest located? A map point. From geography point of view, there is a map point, Hasdeo forest. Where is this Hasdeo forest located and why it is so important? Guys, Hasdeo forest is located in what? Chhattisgarh. It is located in Chhattisgarh. This is really very, very important. Okay. So you can get a question on this. Okay. As far as international relation is concerned, okay, there was also a question. So there are some questions on international relation. Guys, let me just tell you. So Nord Stream, okay, Nord Stream. Guys, recently this pipeline which is called Nord Stream, it is in news. Can anybody tell me Nord Stream passes through which sea? Can anybody tell me Nord Stream, which is a gas pipeline between Russia and Europe, it passes through which sea? This can come, guys. Nord Stream, Russia and Germany. The pipeline connecting Russia and Germany, which is a gas pipeline, passes through which sea? Baltic Sea. Please prepare the bordering countries of Baltic Sea. Can anybody tell me which are the bordering countries of Baltic Sea? Guys, bordering countries of Baltic Sea, they can ask you Nord Stream, bordering countries of Baltic Sea. Can anybody tell me? Bordering countries of Baltic Sea. Guys, let me tell you, the bordering countries of Baltic Sea is 9 countries. These countries are Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Russia, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland and Germany. Again I repeat, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Russia, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Poland and Germany. Again I repeat, Germany, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Russia, Finland, Sweden and Denmark. Again I repeat, Denmark, Sweden, Poland, Germany, Russia, Finland, Latvia, Estonia and Lithuania. Okay. I hope you can remember all the 9 names. All these 9 names are important. Okay. Everyone, please write all the 9 names. Please write all the 9 names. Quickly, write all the 9 names. I want all the 9 names. Let me see who can write it down. Everyone, type it. Let me see who can type it. So this is an important topic, guys. You know, water bodies are favorite theme of UPSC. Multiple questions are coming on water bodies. Okay, guys, moving on. There was a hammer missile in news. Hammer missile. What is hammer missile? Which country we are taking hammer missile, guys? Can anybody tell me what are hammer missiles? HAMMER, hammer. What are hammer missiles? Guys, these are air to ground missiles. These are air to ground missiles. Okay, air to ground missiles from France. Air to ground missiles from France. Air to ground missiles from France. Okay, this is important. Okay, this was in news. Hammer missile. Hammer missile. Hammer missile. So these were some of the topics, guys. How was the session, guys? How was the session? Please read the DPN and solve the PPP. Okay. I'm giving you daily 10 questions. Do not miss them. They're really very good questions. Okay, do not miss them. Guys, tonight I want to meet you. Okay, around 11:15 I'll come live. 11:15. Okay, 11:15 in the night I am coming live just to meet you. I want to discuss about the mains approach. Anyone wants to know the mains approach? Let's meet night after dinner. After the dinner, around 11:13, 11:15, 11:30 we will discuss. Okay. Chalo. Bye.